If I'm in 8th grade and I like baseball and I want to learn about economics, it will adapt any piece of content to me, and it does infographics and it does assessments and it does tests and it does podcasts on the topic. Here's a big thing. Education isn't the only industry that's being disrupted with AI. Learn it, use it, play with it. Do not pretend it's not coming your way.
It's the first time that education is going to be able to be done to students in the way that they best learn. Not based on the skill of the teacher that's teaching it, but based on the way that the student best receives information. Both Google and Khan Academy are on the leading edge for this. Accenture recently announced for the first time that I've heard that in order to get a promotion to senior leadership, you're going to have to use AI. If you don't, you will not receive a promotion. This is becoming mainstream. So AI is going to help you create better content, create better graphics, maintain a consistent voice, analyze data, solve challenging problems, all while saving you time and money and getting ahead of your competition. These are the tools that my team uses every single day. Claude Cowork, like I said earlier, it kicks ass. Manus, from an agentic perspective, is the best platform out there today. ChatGPT 5.5 launched 2 weeks ago in their Thinking and Pro version, launched this morning in their Auto version. The highest scoring, lowest hallucination, and great latency for a platform. This morning, it launched 5.5 in the Auto mode. Gemini, if you have a creative team, a marketing team, they need Gemini. VO 3.1 video, that's what the video that you saw of Greg earlier was created in. VO 3.1, a screenshot of him from LinkedIn, a copy of what I want him to say from ChatGPT, and a voice from 11 Labs. That's all it took. Ideogram for extra image generation, and then SpeakFeed is a platform I use as a speaker, AI generated, gives me the feedback I need after audiences scan a QR code, which I'm going to ask people in the room to do at the end because I want honest feedback, and AI is built into SpeakFeed to let me see how the results look and what I can do to do better in the future. Now we're going to show you some of the things that I tested out. Okay, we're going to go back to the website. So here's what's going on. So Claude now has something called design mode. This is brand new. And inside design mode, it takes you to this screen. And then I asked Claude to create something for me that is representative of something that people in this room at Finovate would want to see, based on the research that it did from Finovate. And it created a brief. A community bank product lead has a board meeting at 9 a.m. They need a fraud alert experience with design branded shippable. This is what it created. Claude is thinking, it goes through its whole process, gives all the details. Then Claude goes into, hey, here's the brand standards for this company after it's done its research. Then it goes on and it says, hey, here's the screens that we want to add to your app that'll solve your problem immediately. And then it says, here's the different voice styles we can have when it does it. And it says it's designed by Claude. It's that easy. And if we go back and we click on this one, I asked for Claude to do an AI breakdown of what a bank might want from a perspective when it comes to companies that have client information. It created Marisol Reyes, whose total balance is $183,000, but it's dropped by $42K. It's already connected to Claude's AI platform, so you can ask questions in real time. Why did her balance drop? Well, she's buying a home. That's how quick it is. Daniel Okafor. Let's see, do we have cross-sell opportunities for him? Yes, we do. The Lagos corridor is new and expensive consumer rails. A treasury upgrade saves them real money. This was all created in a matter of minutes. That's how quick these tools can be done. That's what I love about it. And then if you look at Finovate, I had the website create a brand new homepage for Finovate, just for fun. This was done between my Uber ride from my hotel here this morning. Look at all the interactive nature. Literally, it took me 7 minutes to take my Uber from my hotel here, and this is what it created. Now, keep in mind, you need a human in the loop on everything. You do not have 100% solving of problems. You have 80%. And then it's your job to go in and make these adjustments. But this is how crazy. It had a timer countdown for how much longer the conference goes on. It has the people that are going to be in the room, 3 days. It's got the agenda already in there. This is how crazy these tools are, right? And then I had ChatGPT create an option for a homepage too. And this is what ChatGPT created. They launched their brand new image version 2 yesterday. This is a website that ChatGPT created. It's a still image, so it's not quite as strong as Manus, but you can see the difference in the style of what you can do. There are some amazing opportunities to make a huge impact with AI right now. And then I'm going to show you Claude Cowork quickly. So inside Claude Cowork, so this is desktop. You have to download Cowork to your desktop. It will then have access to whatever folders you give it access to. And then you can create projects. So I created a Finovate Spring 2026 project. And inside that, I wanted it to do research on what this conference is all about and create a deck for me that I can summarize for everybody that's here. And it created a deck for me instantly. And if I wanted it to go back and redesign, all I have to do is prompt it. It's that easy. And then inside Claude Desktop, you have these things called plugins. And inside plugins, you have 18 different options. Maybe more now. It was 18 last week when I did it. But you have a legal plugin where you can review contracts. You have a marketing plugin. You have a box. Yeah, see, there's a lot more than 18 now. You've got Figma. There were 18 last Wednesday. Now it looks like there's over 30. But look at all the plugins. And these are all trained on these specific things: brand voice, operations, design. There's an engineering version. That's new. You can connect your engineering software to these platforms, and it can help you engineer things more efficiently and more quickly than you've ever done before. Those are the options to do this. I rewrote legal contracts for a client yesterday. Sent it to him saying, hey, you need to have an attorney review these, but you should be 95% of the way there. And then the other thing, as I showed earlier, you have connectors. So if you wanted to add connectors, you simply go in and you identify which one of these connectors you want to have directly connected to your Claude Cowork account. And so you can go in and say, hey, I need you to review all emails. Hey, I want you to look at this Figma design. Hey, I want you to look at my Basecamp and tell me what I'm missing from project management perspective. All of these tools are readily available for you to use right now. It's crazy how amazing these tools are. And then you have Dispatch now, which is Claude's version of a tool that can work for you 24/7. So you can create agents, you can put it on Dispatch, and it will be live as long as it's got access to the internet. That's all it takes. These tools are spectacular. Okay, so now we'll go back quickly to just so everybody knows, politeness matters. I know this is hard to believe, and I ask this question of the AI platforms every couple of weeks to make sure that I understand it. Higher quality outputs when you're more polite. Performance impact. If you're rude or aggressive or overly blunt, your responses are going to be less accurate. Encouraging better habits. This is my personal take. I want my kids to say please and thank you. I don't want them using an AI platform where they are demanding. I want them to treat the platform like it's their best friend. I'm going to treat the platform like I'm the best manager in the world, and this is my best employee, and I'm giving them clear direction on exactly what I want them to do, and I'm doing it in a very polite and kind manner. I'm an awesome boss. They're going to be an awesome team member. And then cultural nuance. While English language models often do fine, research suggests that AI systems in countries where etiquette is a big deal are even more sensitive to politeness. What does the future look like? So what I do, weird, I started doing marketing and branding. It's transitioned into this. I travel the world. I do these all over the world. The reason people bring me in is to get their teams excited about using AI right now. Literally, the moment we walk out of this room, I want people using these tools. And if they have questions, they call me or they email me directly and I walk them through it. That's what I've been doing. I had no idea this was going to be my career. One other thing that I do on a regular basis is I ask who's leading when it comes to AI. So I asked ChatGPT who's leading when it comes to AI for general business practices. And ChatGPT said, hey, we're leading. We're number one. No surprise, right? Claude is number 2, Copilot 3, Gemini 4. What I love on this is the first time I've ever seen Manus pop up. And I think that's because Manus doesn't have the user base yet. But it is spectacular to see them pop up into the number 5 spot. But keep in mind, no single tool wins. That's on every single one of these slides. Then I asked Claude, and Claude says ChatGPT is number 1. And Claude is number 2. And Copilot is number 3. But again, you need to use multiple platforms. Then you ask Gemini. Gemini says ChatGPT is number 1. Copilot is 2, Claude is 3, gives itself the 4. And then Jasper, which is a company out of France, number 5. And then you ask Grok. Grok says ChatGPT is number 1. You guys seeing a trend here? So my only thought is, with ChatGPT's most recent release of 5.5, they have jumped back up into the game. I actually was a big fan of Chat for 2 years. And then about 6 months ago, it started making some mistakes. And I stopped using it. I transferred my knowledge from Chat over to Claude. And there's actually a way you can do that. If you want to find out, let me know after this. I can show you how to do it. But there's a way to transfer the knowledge set so you're not starting over from scratch. But then when Chat launched 5.5 a few weeks ago, and then 5.5 Auto this morning, they're back in the game. So that's how this thing goes. It's a stair step. It's a leapfrog. Every couple of weeks, somebody launches something new. And then I asked Manus, who are the top 5, and Manus said ChatGPT, Claude, and Microsoft. Pro tip, top businesses use all 5. Do not give your team Copilot and then walk away, because they will be pissed. They will use Copilot and they will say, this isn't anywhere near as good as ChatGPT when I'm at home. It happens every single time I talk to a group, an association, an organization, a board of directors. The team comes up to me afterwards and said, they only gave us ChatGPT. I'm sorry, they only gave us Copilot. I use ChatGPT at home. They have ChatGPT blocked on the Wi-Fi, but if I go upstairs to the conference room, it's not blocked. So guess where I go to do my emails? That happens almost every single day when I present. So if you're going to give your team the tools, give them more than one. Let them try them. Find out who your ambassadors are, because you're going to find out quickly that Copilot is not your best choice right now. It might be in 6 months, but right now it's just not your best choice. And then the future. So here's something that I love. So agentic is coming, right? It's already here for most of them. Claude Cowork is agentic. OpenAI partnered with OpenClaw. They did what they called I don't even know what it was called. It was like an acquisition, but it wasn't really an acquisition, and there wasn't a value, but they think it was $4 billion. And OpenClaw is agentic. So you're going to see Chat launch its agentic platform a few days ago, and it's going to become more and more ingrained into everything that they do. Apple had announced that Gemini was going to be their main tool, but this morning they said maybe it's not going to be Gemini. Maybe it's going to be Claude.